All right, guys, so this is the rear double bicep, okay? Money shot, money shot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it down from the waist, not from the waist up, from the feet up. We wanna make sure that initially is that the trail, obviously we're showing one we're showing one calf, yeah? So with the trail leg, put your right leg back. The first thing that I wanna make note of is that this leg is completely dependent on the person, okay? So I used to say that I would draw a line from the left heel and draw a line parallel, and that's where you would want to place your toe, so your toe would be about here. Place it here, yeah. But the more and more I pose with different people, it's actually completely dependent on the physique, okay? So Kaya has his leg, put it back a little bit further, because it also depends on your ability to connect with your hamstring, okay? Some people connect with their hamstring when their leg's a lot further back. Some people connect with it better when it's a little bit closer towards that left foot, okay? So this is something that you need to play around with at home, okay, in the mirror. You need to think, like, where do I feel my hamstring most? Where can I set my legs up that it looks best for my physique? It's not actually something that I could just honestly tell you guys from a camera. It's something that you need to play around with. But there are some basics, okay? So the left foot wants to be outturned a little bit more than that. You really want to outturn your feet quite hard on these, okay? And then the right foot wants to match. So the things that you're looking for is the sweeps to line up, okay? We're trying to create, like the front lat spread, we're trying to create an X frame, okay? But from the back. So you want the feet really outturned to really show the quads. And then you're doing the same thing as the rear relax, where you would also squeeze together an imaginary balloon or watermelon to get the hamstrings and the adductors as tight as possible, okay? And then also glutes flex forward for detail, okay? And glutes rotated back for hamstring and lower lat thickness, okay? Let's show them glutes flex forward for first. So we're gonna come up and hit the pose. Boom, roll back, boom. And then exhale down. Yeah, good. See when you exhale down, see them lower lat insertions get really tight? That's one of the biggest things is once you've hit the pose, you really want to set the pose by exhaling down on these lower lat insertions, okay? So we'll give Kaya 10 seconds, we can hit the pose again. Watch what happens when he exhales down, okay? And some other just points to pick up is you're looking for your elbows to line up nice and central. Elbows through the shoulders, through the traps, okay, straight. You could actually probably pull your elbows down a touch, bro. That's it. And then he's really rotating his arms back to show the peak of the bicep as much as possible, okay? And then again, that lower lat flex, you probably see it when he comes in and he exhales down into the pose, you get them lower lats really tight, okay? And a point to pick up on as well is that you don't want to over pose the rear double bicep, okay? You don't want to flex too hard. And it actually goes for any of the poses that you've seen in these videos, is that if you over pose, if you over flex, you start shaking and then you fatigue really fast and then that comes across on stage and the judges don't like that. And if you're going to get put through multiple rounds, that's not going to be the best thing. So you need to hit the poses around probably 90% if I'm honest. But in all honesty, when you go on stage and you're full, you know, the carbs are in, you don't have to pose as hard as you think you do to show the detail in the muscle. All right, guys, so hit it one more time for me, right? So he's got his perfect foot position where he knows he can feel his hamstring. He's obviously flexing up on that gastroc, that's a given. The toes are outturned, and then boom, he hits the pose, okay? Everything's aligned. The lower lats are really contracted down through just exhaling as much air as you can. He's keeping his chest arched up as much as he can. If you hit this pose from a side, you could probably lean back a little bit more on that. Yeah, wicked. You don't want to lean back too much on this pose as well. You want to get a nice, like a little lean so that the detail shows, but you lean back too much and then when the lights hit you, it kind of just shades everything. So you want to get like a slight lean back. Here's too much, too straight. You don't get that nice V taper because the way the judge's perception of, you know, looking at you, if you get that little lean back, it shows, creates much more of a V taper. So one more time. One more time. Boom. Nice. And then just to bring a bit of attention, you could open the arms out and in. You could bring the lats in and down. Wicked. Nice. Wicked. That's a rear double.